If the United States and the Middle East were in a relationship, it might be one that needed severe trauma counseling. American foreign policy in the region has been tempestuous, to say the least.
Peace in the Middle East is a priority for this administration.
We can build a just, lasting, and comprehensive peace in the Middle East.
We intend to deliver more peace agreements shortly, and I have never been more optimistic for the future of the region.
The United States will not allow foreign or regional powers to jeopardize the freedom of navigation through the Middle East.
Highlights include the intervention in Lebanon, the 1990 Gulf War, invasion of Iraq, the war in Syria, and of course,
I want to thank you for 50 years of public service and 50 years of support for the State of Israel.
the United States' ironclad commitment to Israel. Helen Sari, a U.S. Middle East relations political analyst, builds a profile of the two.
So let's think it like a kind of marriage. One spouse is so powerful, the other spouse is so dependent on him or her, okay? And now one of the other spouses is changing, building itself, its confidence, its power, and trying to say something more in the marriage. And unfortunately, the so-called powerful side is not listening to it enough. And it is getting much more difficult for the two sides to continue this marriage.
We have 5 pointers here that we're going to use: trust deficit, betrayal, neglect, promises unkept, and credibility issues. And of course, if it's at 5, that means the level of trust deficit, for instance, is huge. So I'm going to have you take us through this and rate this relationship on a scale of 1 to 5. And here you go.
The amount of trust deficit is quite high, like I would say 4. Betrayal amount is 4 again. Neglect 4, I would say. Promises unkept 3 and 4 in between, I would say 4 again. And credibility issues is quite high, so I might prefer 5 regarding this relationship.
Is it that bad?
Oh, it's bad, but there's still some amount of hope that we can rely on to protect the future of the relationship.
But just how healthy are these ties? From the political analyst, we're now with an expert on matters relationship, and I still have my paper with me here. It has the rating that we got from the analyst. How do you assess this relationship?
It seems an unhealthy relationship because when I look at the trust deficit, the number is 4 and it's very high. In relationship, we need the trust. We want to trust our partner. So it seems unhealthy, and in this relationship, we feel insecure. In the healthy relationship, we expect this number to 0 because in the relationship, we want to be trust. We want to be wired to each other.
Again, I want to discuss some of the events that took place in the Middle East.
And bearing that in mind, the question is, will this relationship stand the test of time? Grace Kuria Kanja, TRT World.